Okay, welcome back. Little 3-minute video that that I made before. It's just my side thoughts. So let's get back to the real book. We're going to be faithful to our cause here. John Milton in 1667 said, "See golden days, fruitful of golden deeds, with joy and love triumphing." Visualization. In a sense, it's unfortunate the term visualization has become an almost exclusive word for any work done using the imagination. The word visual is, of course, connected to sight. People try a moment or two of visualization. They never say they saw anything and gave up. When they hear about the wonders of visualization, they assume it's another one of those things that other people can do, but they can't. Actually, a great many people never see a thing during visualization. Others have murky images. Some only have a sense of feeling of things. Others hear the images. A few people, in fact, see them, crisp and clear. Technicolor images we assume most everybody but us sees. Pardon me. We all visualize. If I asked you to draw a circle, you could do it. A circle is a visual thing. You had to envision it. However you saw the circle in your imagination was how you'll see while visualizing. Don't remember how you saw the circle? Try a triangle. How about a square? It's just there, you might say. Or you might notice. It takes a little while, but then it appears. Either one is fine. Now, graduate school. Think of the Eiffel Tower, the Statue of Liberty, the moon, an orange, a lemon, a lake, a rose. Hey, what color is the rose? Is it a red rose? Or are you from Texas? Some get an image instantly, others take as long as 5 seconds each. Whoa, what the hell was that? There's something in my book. Eek. Another outtakes. Grandmas are fun. Like we're old enough to be like, because we earned it. And 5 seconds can seem like a long time. However you got those, be it a sense, feeling, verbal description, or an image, that's how you visualize. Most of us spend a great deal of time believing visual lies. We have an image of our unworthiness. Believe it. And that gives birth to one imagined failure after another. The unworthiness is a lie, but the projected failures can come true. What we focus on, we can become. With visualization, you begin to tell yourself visual truths. The sanctuary. A sanctuary is an inner retreat you build with your visualization in your imagination. Here you can discover the truth about yourself and work to affirm it, make it firm. I call it a sanctuary. Some call it a workshop or an inner classroom. You can call it whatever word that gives you a sense of asylum, harbor, haven, oasis and shelter. A place you can go to learn your lessons in peace and harmony, or just take a rest and get away from it all. I call that taking sanctuary myself, or not sanctuary, it's a Buddhist term and I've just suddenly forgotten it. With the Buddha and the refuge. I call it taking a refuge with the Buddha and the Dharma and the Sangha. But the Buddha and the Dharma is where I focus my time in my little private place inside. It's just where I go. There's absolutely no limits to your sanctuary, although it's a good idea to put some limits on it. In this way, the sanctuary is a transitional point between the limitations of our physical existence and the unlimited. The sanctuary can be any size, shape, or dimension you choose, large and elaborate or small and cozy. It can be located anywhere, floating in space, on a mountaintop, by an ocean, a valley, anywhere. Well, you're welcome to combine all of these if you like. The nice thing about the sanctuary is you can change it or move it anytime, instantly. The sanctuary can contain anything. I'll suggest some things here, but consider this just the beginning of your shopping list. Before giving my design tips, you can consider me your interior designer. I'll talk about ways in which you might want to build your own sanctuary. Some people build theirs by simply reading the suggestions, and as they read them, it's there. Others might read them over for information, and then put on some soft music, close their eyes, and let the construction begin. Still others may want to make this an active process, with their eyes closed, and being careful not to bump into too much furniture. They might physically move as each area of the sanctuary is built. In any combination of these is fine, of course. While reading through my suggestions, you will probably get ideas for additions or alterations. By all means, make note of these, or simply incorporate them as you go. Have I gotten across the idea that this is your sanctuary? Okay, let's go. An entryway. This is a door, or some kind of device that responds only to you, and lets only you enter. I'll suggest a way to bring others into your sanctuary in a moment. Light. Each time you enter your sanctuary, a pure white light cascades over you, surrounding, filling, protecting you, healing you, blessing you, for your highest good, the highest good of all concerned. A main room. Like the living room of a house or lobby of a hotel, it is the central area. From here, there are many directions you can go and many things to explore. A people mover. This is a device to move people in and out of your sanctuary. No one ever enters without your express permission and invitation. You can use an elevator, a conveyor belt, Star Trek Beam Me Up, or anything that moves people. And let there be a white light at the entry as well, so that when they enter and leave your sanctuary, they are automatically surrounded and protected and healed by that light. And it's only for their highest good. Information retrieval system. This is a method of getting any kind of information, providing, of course, it's for your highest good and the good of all those concerned, that you have it. The information retrieval system can be a computer screen, a staff of librarians, a telephone, or any other device that will answer your questions. Oh yeah, you totally missed the AI. A video screen. And you can view various parts of your life, the past, the present, or the future. The screen has a white light around it. When you see images you don't like or don't want to encourage, the light is off. When the screen displays images you want to affirm, the light glows. Those who are old enough to remember Sylvania's Halo of Light television know just what I mean. I doubt it, Mr. Peter. Ability suits. This is a closet of costumes that, when worn, give you the instant ability to be anything you want. A great actor, a successful writer, the perfect lover, eager learner, master of your universe. Any and all are available to you. And when you're done with the ability suit, just throw it on the floor, in front of the closet. Ability suits have the ability to hang themselves up. Ability suit practice area. This is the place where you can try new skills or improve old ones while wearing your ability suits. Leave lots of room because there's an ability suit for flying and one for space travel, and in your sanctuary, not even the sky is the limit. A health center. Here the healing arts of all the ages, the past, the present, and future, traditional, alternative, are all gathered into one place, and all devoted to your greater health. The health center is staffed with a constant, competent health practitioner visualization can buy. Who is the most healing being you can imagine? That's who runs your center. playroom. Here, all the toys you ever wanted as a child or as an adult are gathered. Oh, there's lots of room and time to play with each. As with ability suits, you never have to worry about putting your toys away. They put themselves away. A sacred room. What's a special sanctuary within your sanctuary? And you can go there for meditation and contemplation or special inner work. A master teacher. This is your ideal teacher, the being with whom you are the perfect student. The master teacher knows everything about you, has always been with you, in fact. The master teacher knows all you need to learn, the perfect timing for your learning it, and the ideal way of teaching it to you. You don't create a master teacher. That's already been done. You discover your master teacher. To meet your master teacher, simply walk over to your people mover and ask for your master teacher to come forth. And from the pure white light of your people mover comes your master teacher. Well, I'll leave you two alone for a while. More uses for this sanctuary later. See you both in part 3. Albert Einstein said, imagination is more important than knowledge. And John Barth said, everyone is necessarily the hero of his own life story. Duke Ellington says, a problem is a chance for you to do your best. Part 3. Master Teachers in Disguise. Your master teacher, as wonderful as your master teacher is not the only master teacher in your life. Far from it. Most people think master teachers are only in the skies. Not so. They're here, there, everywhere. Why don't we recognize them as such? Because they're also masters of disguise. How do they disguise themselves? Only as some of the most potently powerful learning tools in our lives. Mistakes, guilt, resentment, fear, pain, and disease, stubbornness, addictions, depression, death, and emergencies. I wonder if he meant to rhyme. All these things people would, if they could, eliminate. Some try awfully hard to eliminate them too. Ever notice the themes of many bestseller self-help books? How to get rid of this master teacher, and how to dispose of that master teacher. 101 ways to eradicate some other master teacher. Why do we not take advantage of the potential sources of wisdom in our lives? Maybe we forget that they are our teachers. Or maybe no one ever explained it to us. Let's pretend your master teacher sent me here to explain what they have to offer you and what great friends they are. That way maybe you'll use them and stop giving them such a bad name. Consider me the goodwill ambassador for Master Teachers in Disguise Guild. There is a funny scene from the musical Showboat. 2 mountain men who have never seen a play stumbled into the Showboat Theater, unaware that the actors are acting in a play, and they converse with the heroine and encourage the hero. When the villain arrives, they chase him off the stage with 6 guns. The mountaineers are proud of themselves for having done the right thing. The irony in this, of course, is that the audience watching Showboat forgets the men playing the mountaineers are actors too. The audience laughs at the naivete of people mistaking play acting for real life. In order to appreciate the humor, however, the audience watching Showboat must be lost in the illusion themselves. That's how the master teachers get away with disguise. We forget that they are the sources of wisdom, and seldom are we interested in remembering again. If somebody stood up during a performance of Showboat and began yelling, "Those aren't mountain men, those are actors, those aren't real guns, those are props," well, the person would be ushered from the theater. The master teachers need the same illusion to teach us as well as they do. The more we believe the characters in a movie and forget they're really actors, the more moving the movie can be. Thus, the more we believe the master's disguise, the more powerful and complete the lesson. So why am I spilling the beans? If you're struggling too much with the teacher, you might not stand back and learn the lesson. The techniques of this section of the book allow you to take that step back. You can learn from past master teaching sessions all that you might have considered in the doom and gloom of your past. You can also use the techniques to learn more quickly the ongoing lessons being taught by your master teachers. But by exposing the master teachers, the villains of the piece, as the wonderful, kindly, loving friends they are, am I not risking the effectiveness of future lessons? Oh, not lightly. You'll forget all this. Mistakes. One of the least disguised of the master teachers in disguise is mistakes. Mistakes obviously show us what needs improving. Without mistakes, how could we know what we had to work on? This process seems an invaluable aid to learning, yet many people avoid situations in which they might make mistakes. Many people also deny or defend the mistakes they've made or may be making. There's a story told of Edison, who made, say, 1,000 unsuccessful attempts before arriving at the light bulb. "How did it feel to fail 1,000 times?" a reporter asked. "I didn't fail 1,000 times," Edison replied. "The light bulb was an invention with 1,001 steps." So why don't most of us see our own lives in this way? I think it goes back to unworthiness. We assume a facade of perfection in a futile attempt to prove our worthiness. An unworthy person couldn't be this perfect, the facade maintains. Alas, being human, we make mistakes. Mistakes crack the facade, and as the facade crumbles, a frantic attempt is made to hide the hideous thing, unworthiness. The facade is designed to hide from ourselves as much as from others. If we didn't play this game of denial with ourselves, we would make mistakes, admit them freely, and ask not who's to blame or how can I hide this, but what's the lesson here? How do I do this better? The goal becomes excellence, not perfection. It helps to realize that we're far from perfection. We are, in fact, crazy. I first realized I was crazy when I was 15. I was in the shower brushing my teeth, as was my custom. I spit the toothpaste on the shower floor, and by some strange suspicion of the law of physics, however, the gook landed on my foot. Ugh! I recoiled. The thought of toothpaste gook on my foot, it was just too disgusting to even consider. And then, from wherever those occasional sane thoughts come from, came the thought, less than 1 second before the gook landed on the floor, it was in your mouth. And at that moment, I knew I was crazy. Life has never been the same. One of the best examples of how strong the taboo against making a mistake has become is the use of the word sin. In ancient Roman times, sin was a term used in archery. It simply meant to miss the mark. At target practice, each shot was either a hit or a sin. If you sinned, you made corrections and tried again. Today, of course, sin means, to quote the American Heritage, a condition of estrangement from God as the result of breaking God's law. Whew! No wonder people try to avoid even the near occasion of sin. Some people treat mistakes with the same reverence. Mistakes are valuable, if, for no other reason, they show us what not to do. As Ralph Ray told us, the Athenians, alarmed at the internal decay of their republic, asked Demosthenes what to do. His reply was, "Do not do what you're doing now." In Hollywood, mistakes are common. That was wonderful, darling. Now let's get ready for take two. Give yourselves as many retakes as you need. Stars do it. I didn't feel quite right with that one there, Mr. DeMille. Can we take it again? Well, why not you? A Hollywood song, lyrics by Dorothy Fields, sums it up. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and start all over again. Or to quote an African proverb, we don't look where you fell, but where you slipped. If you're learning, growing, and trying new things, expect mistakes. They are a natural part of the learning process. In fact, someone once said, if you're not making at least 50 mistakes a day, then you're not trying hard enough. What that person meant, I think, is that growth, discovery, and expansions have mistakes built into them. To avoid situations in which you might make a mistake might be the biggest mistake of all. James Joyce said, mistakes are the portals of discovery. Robert Frost said, the best things and best people rise out of their separateness. I'm against a homogenized society because I want the cream to rise. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, I hate quotations. That was cute. Alright, we're going to leave it there. Bye-bye.